Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey. He's Jack. Say hello, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing tonight, Jack?
Not too bad. Not too bad. How about yourself?
Not bad. I could use a nap. I wouldn't say no to one. So last night I told you I was going to do a game stream, and I left here and went to do my game stream and couldn't get my my internet working properly, and it was pissing me off, Jack, because my download speed was 90 megs, which for me is wonderful.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the one that matters to me streaming is my upload speed, and it would occasionally jump up to where it needed to be, but most of the time it was hovering around 1.
Wow.
I was like, but I need that. So I didn't get a game stream done. I had to do one in the afternoon instead, when it, for some reason, without me doing anything, was working just fine.
Huh.
Isn't technology grand?
It is what it works.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to do one tonight, guys, because we did one in the afternoon. I will probably go to sleep after this because I'm kind of tired, man. I've been up for a while. I woke up to salt on the internet because people are still pissed off about Amy Coney Barrett. They know it's not going to change, right?
Yeah, but it's funny. Did you see that people melting down like the ugly girl?
No.
Oh, my God.
Which one? The one in the car?
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, you guys.
Oh, yes, I saw that stupid shit. I take back all the things. I'm no longer queer. That stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that one. I saw it. I was hoping for a whole lot more TikTok videos, and frankly, I'm sad. TikTok, what's wrong with you guys, man? What's wrong? Where's the whining and crying that I've come to expect from video Tumblr?
Right?
How dare you? How dare you not give me the fun? But Jack, Twitter has been great. Oh, the salty salts are wonderful.
It's the usual kind of garbage fire I expect when I log in.
Man, the amount of stupid that I ran into. It saddens me to a point because these are people who should have been educated, either by their parents or their schools, or fuck, you can go look it up yourself. And they don't know even the most basic part of their own government.
Yeah, it's getting annoying.
It's fun though. It's a lot of fun for me. I enjoy talking to stupid people, and I've the last 2 days have been beautiful for me. So I've been really enjoying it. That's probably going to slow down. It's either going to slow down a little bit or really, really ramp up. I'm expecting just a lull. We're a week away from the election. So I'm expecting, a couple of days of lull before everything turns into lull,
Yeah.
What did she apologize for? We'll get to Blaire White in just a minute, guys. We'll discuss that. But I'm already nostalgic, Jack. In a week from now, all of this will be dead and gone and history, and a whole new kerfluffle will be out there because we'll have the election. And I'm not quite done enjoying the Amy Coney Barrett stuff, because today, Jack, I was told it is incredibly disrespectful that Amy Coney Barrett will be in the same chambers that Ruth Bader Ginsburg used to use.
Oh, dun dun dun.
I don't know where they think that she was going to go.
They're going to build her a new office in the women's wing.
There's only so many offices in the building. They're going to make that a shrine to St. Ruth, and she has to work in a coat closet somewhere.
Yep.
No matter what you think of St. Ruth, she wasn't actually a saint. She was just a person. It's actually part of our whole system, Jack, is that we don't see people that way. We don't treat them with that much reverence for doing the job of a civil servant. Or we're not supposed to. Well, to be fair, RBG was pushing for pedo laws, so of course the left adored her. I don't know what pedo laws she was pushing for. So I'm not sure what you're talking about there, but I will say that they adore this woman, and it's to a pathological point. Y'all need some new heroes. You really do. Maybe find a superhero. Now, I realize superheroes are not all that great anymore either, Jack, but go read some old shit. Find something other than an old bat. An old bat that you couldn't even have kept a conversation with. Stop it.
Yeah. Crazy old ladies, Harry Potter and Handmaid's Tale are all off the table, okay? Go read something else. Now,
I'm glad you brought that up, Jack, because I had a similar thought today.
Uh-oh.
We need warning labels in books. I didn't think this would be an issue, but we need some warning labels in books to let people know they're not real. Like this is a work of fiction.
In fiction books? Yeah, probably.
This is a work of fiction. It's not real. Enjoy the story, but let it go. And I've realized something else.
That you're never going to Hogwarts?
Well, there's that. But these tend to be works of fiction that are aimed at women.
Yeah.
I don't mean that to be mean. That's not to say men can't enjoy the stories, but their target audience and the majority audience seems to be women.
Well, that's true of a lot of the young adult fiction that's out now. I mean, look at like Hunger Games and Twilight and all the urban paranormal crap.
Yeah.
Oh, George Washington said hi. Hi, George.
Hey, George. I realize there's been, Star Wars nerds forever, but people didn't start believing in that there was an actual galactic council until modern times.
Yeah, that's a lot more recent.
Before, people are just like, I really liked that movie. Yeah, I really did too. Han was cool. Yeah, he was. And then they went and did other shit.
Yeah.
Nowadays, fiction has taken on I don't know, a weird reality for people.
Yeah, it's a childlike acceptance of everything you're told is reality. And it's very disconcerting because you didn't used to see stuff like this up until maybe 15 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a very recent phenomenon. I think the internet helps kind of enable it quite a bit because of places like Tumblr that are just like little hug boxes. And people can go on and pretend that they're Jedis and wizards and whatever else.
It's disturbing. And especially when you come to things like Harry Potter, now Handmaid's Tale, man, that's for the love of fuck, ladies, that is a work of fiction. It's not real.
No, it's not. Lesser Logic. Yeah, good call. Ashtar of Galactic Command. Yeah, that's an old UFO thing. But yeah, there were always some crackpots that believed stuff like this, but it's just it's not reality.
In 2016, we saw so many people with signs that had some kind of fucking Harry Potter reference.
Yeah, so tiresome.
And today, I cannot count the number of people who talked about Handmaid's Tale, and I guarantee you half of them never read it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they didn't even watch the TV show.
Yeah.
Or the TV movie, or the movie that was based, that later spawned. They didn't watch any of that shit.
I want to remind you guys, I like Harry Potter. I enjoyed the book series. I really did, and I was okay with the movies. I
did too.
I'm not denigrating them in this. I'm denigrating the stupid fucking people who can't get it out of their fucking head that was a work of fiction. You're not in any fucking house in Hogwarts. Hogwarts isn't real.
But now, you mean I'm not in Dumbledore's army?
If you want to, I would be in House Gryffindor. Cool. all the best to you, unless you really believe it, and too many of them do.
Yeah, it's one thing to buy some merchandise and show that you like it. It's another thing to sit around and that's all you fucking talk about, and you talk about it as if you're going to go there. That's weird. It's weird and unhealthy.
You actually move in under your parents' stairs, hoping Hagrid shows up someday.
Yeah. Oh, it wouldn't surprise me if there are people that do that.
Oh, I'm sure there are. Low Res Boy says it was pleasant, and mostly it brought tons of kids to enjoy reading. I enjoy anything that gets more people reading, or at least I used to. Even if I didn't enjoy it. I mean, I've even spoke well of 50 Shades of Grey, Jack, which, by the way, is just utter nonsense.
Yeah, it's a horrible fucking fan fiction.
From the story itself to the way it's written to, oh my God, the words used, the broken ass English passing off as it was text. No, that is a bad book.
Yeah.
The metaphors are garbage. The whole fucking thing is just horrible. But you know what? It brought tons of people a lot of pleasure through reading, and some of them not by diddling themselves. Some of them actually just enjoyed the story, and that's fine. That's great. But nobody should be running around looking for their Mr. Gray. It's fiction. I wonder how many women got their asses accidentally beat over that because like, oh, BDSM sounds fun.
Yeah, and then they turned out to hate it because it's fucking stupid.
Because it hurts. The whole point is to derive pleasure from pain.
What the book talks about isn't in any way BDSM.
No. I love the end of the movie because I did go see the movie. Lady Monkey liked the book and she wanted to see the movie, so we went for Valentine's Day, Jack. And I didn't read the end of the book. So I did not know this part. I got to the part where she's like, how come you'll never let me touch you? And he's like, because I'm 50 shades of fucked up, which, by the way, is a really stupid line.
Yeah.
And the reason I laugh at that part, and I had like, no, I'm done, is because all throughout he's been touching her and she's been touching him. So why won't you let me touch you? They touch all throughout.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But at the end of the book, the end of the movie, she's like, give me your worst. And so he takes her into the room, straps her down, and spanks her 10 times.
That's the worst.
That's the worst.
That's so horrible.
I'm like, I've seen worse than that on the Christian Science Monitor on accident.
Right?
What?
Real fast. Thank you. This is Kyle. Hello, chat people, Jack and Monkey. Wait, you mean my Japanese comic book about blonde space monkeys isn't real? Hate to break it to you, buddy.
Yeah, that one is. Didn't I tell you that, Jack?
No, I was unaware of that one.
Yeah, that was in Weekly World News. I'm pretty sure that's
Bad Boy just didn't relay the info to me.
Yeah, it's true now. But look, guys, I'm all for people enjoying literature, but for the love of fuck, it's fiction. Let it go.
I think Midnight might be onto something here. If he doesn't violate her with a road cone, it isn't real BDSM.
Look, I read this one story of this chick who's into BDSM, and she was in a polyamorous relationship. So her boyfriend and girlfriend went to a BDSM club where they tied her up in the middle of the room to parallel poles, with her arms up and her legs spread. And people just took turns punching her in the shoulder. That was her kink.
That's weird.
All right. Whatever floats your fucking boat. But even people in the BDSM community will tell you 50 Shades of Grey, that's not BDSM at all. This chick did a quick Google search of BDSM and just ran with the first shit she saw. Buster, thank you. Who's your favorite criminal of Norwegian black metal? Steve.
Count Grinsnitch.
There you go. There's our answers. I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay. Let's finish with Amy real fast. Maybe I have some issues. We went from Amy Coney Barrett to beating women. Somebody's gonna make a connection there that's not gonna be good for me, Jack.
Probably, and you'll hear about it on Twitter for like a week.
So, of all the dumbest things that I've seen about Amy Coney Barrett is the one where people are freaking out about them calling her ACB. How dare you call her ACB? And this is one I read today. Please don't call her initials by her initials or some cute moniker. She's earned no respect. Didn't we used to just give women respect? I thought that was what we were supposed to do.
Yeah, you were supposed to. They deserved it automatically because they have vaginas and stuff.
You know, I told you guys this before, but this one here shouts it out to me more than anything else. Lefties, especially women, would like Amy Coney Barrett a lot more if she were ugly. If she looked like Ruth Ginsburg, who, may God rest her soul, let's be honest, looked like her parents were related before marriage. She looked like an incest victim. And I mean that as the embryo not being touched. That was an ugly bitch. And they were like, oh, I love her so much. Amy's pretty. And you can tell that when she was younger, she was very, very pretty. Now she's, got that mature, pretty look to her. Listen to that again. Please don't call her by her initials or some cute moniker. We have to ugly her up, Jack, and then she'll be acceptable. You got to ugly her up, or
well, you can't be pretty anymore. That's the rule. Have you seen feminists? They all try and look as hideous and repulsive as possible.
In fairness, there though, Jack, this is something women have done to each other for a long, long time.
Oh, absolutely. But
women don't like pretty women.
No, they don't, which is why feminism is ruled by uggos. They got to uggo up everybody else. I mean, look at the big feminists. They're all a bunch of like really hideous monsters.
Oh, that reminds me. Since we were talking about really hideous monsters, let me find that one. And feminists. I don't know if you saw this one, Jack. I can't remember if you responded to it. Gay witches for abortion.
Of course.
Lots of people pointed out being gay, they really shouldn't have a need for abortion.
Well, maybe they're banging a trans person who has a feminine penis.
That's possible. But them's some big ugly bitches.
Yeah. Did you see that clip that was floating around earlier today with the chick talk about how she hates men now?
No, but if you have that, we'll play it as long as...
Oh, I absolutely do. Hold on. It's the link I just dropped from Lisa.
And look, each one of those women, yes, they're overweight. None of them is particularly ugly if they tried not to look ugly. They go out of their way to look ugly. Oh, Lisa. I know Lisa. Okay. Bring this over here. Oh, by the way, this isn't Lisa that I'm talking about. This is that's who tweeted it.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Let me know how loud it is, Jack. You didn't get the sound, did you?
Nope.
That was our producer. He needs fired. He sometimes forgets to hit the sound button. That guy's a jackass.
Also, just one more thing.
Oh, that's a little loud.
That's what I was thinking. It's always hard for me to tell, though. So thank you for being here, Jack.
Yep.
Before I go into work, I'm becoming afraid of my hatred for men.
Can you imagine being allowed to a man saying that about a woman?
Yeah, he would be excised from the community, given a scarlet letter, with a big M for misogynist, and railroaded out of town in about 10 minutes.
He would never be able to own a gun. Everywhere he went, they would. That's the guy who said he wants to beat women.
Yeah, that's exactly how it'd be interpreted too.
He wants to kill them. And you know what? Look at that face. She actually would like to kill men.
Oh yeah, it's smug.
It started as a fun little, you know, those TikToks where people are like, don't make jokes about having kinks because your brain doesn't know you're joking, and it actually develops them. I think
Ladies and gentlemen, don't get your psychological advice from TikTok.
No.
Buster, thank you. What is your favorite J-horror movie? What's J-horror? Japanese horror? I don't watch it.
Probably Ring You.
There you go. I mean, technically The Ring, because it came from Japan and we just redid it.
That's Ring You.
So, but didn't the one that Buffy was in come from there too? I forget
Buffy
the one.
The Vampire Slayer?
Yeah, the chick who played her, she was in
The Grudge. Yeah,
The Grudge.
That was Ju-on.
Yeah, I don't know their Japanese names, but yeah, I wasn't as much a fan of The Grudge as I was. I thought The Ring was a much better movie.
The Japanese Grudge was better than the American one, and Dark Water was really good in Japanese.
All right, here we go. Yeah, don't take your psychological advice from TikTok.
joked way too much about hating men, and now I am genuinely, in a sexist way, I hate them.
The chick with tattoos on the back of her fingers and, well, let's call it what it is, lesbian hair, hates men. Anybody shocked by that? Give me a 1 if you're shocked by that. A 2 if you're like, well, duh. But she's making it. No, look, I used to just joke about it. Bullshit. At least be honest. That's your problem. You're not honest. You're a liar and you have a septum ring. You need to take care of both of those problems.
Like, in a way that a white man from Alabama hates black people?
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Okay, so she's racist and sexist.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. By the way, there's a lot of black people in Alabama. And,
yeah, there are. And I have not met that many racists. It's a stereotype.
Yeah, whites and blacks get along quite well in most of the country. Turn off your nightly news and you'll be like, oh, yeah, I forgot how nice the world could be.
I hate men. I walk past them and I want to kill them. And they aren't even doing anything. I just see them and it fills me with rage. I don't know how to stop.
Did you notice her TikTok name?
No.
It's Kill Veronica.
We should probably have somebody check on Veronica.
It's gone way too far. It consumes me. Also,
well, crazy lady, go get help. Go check yourself into an institution because there's something wrong with you. You're broken. And don't blame it on you making jokes and your mind just believing it because TikTok told you that's what happened. You're insane. You're fucking insane. You need to get away from the left. You need to stop listening to crazy fucking man-hating bitches. Because, yeah, that's all you, honey. Could you stick the link in chat, please? Absolutely. Where'd that go? It's this one, right? Yep. And that's what TikTok allows on their platform.
Yeah, well, let's face it, it's largely Chinese, and they don't like black people either.
That's true.
They probably hate white people just as much, so...
They tend to like men, though. I mean...
I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're thinking.
They used to drown their baby girls so they didn't have to report them to the government. That's a true story, guys. Back in the one-child days.
Yeah.
Until they accidentally went, oh, shit. Negative population went a little too far. All we got left is old people. Old people and men. It's kind of hard to keep a population up with that, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, Richo's probably right. That's just the Chinese trying to create division in the West.
James, thank you. See what happens when women get bad penis. Yeah.
I don't know if she's had any. She looked way too happy to hate men.
She had pretty eyes. It's fucked up. She had very pretty eyes. She could be a very pretty girl. Get rid of that fucked up thing she did to her head. Pull out that septum ring and that chandelier hanging off one side of her. That must hurt her neck, man. She only had it in one ear.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to be said for the uggos trying to uggo themselves up.
Yeah. Oh, well. Good luck to the men in her life. She's going to be on an episode of Snapped.
Probably. A lot of these people seem to be that way. They're created into unstable people artificially.
And she thinks it's okay to come out and admit this. Like that's something okay to admit.
Oh, she seems proud of it. Look how she's smiling through the whole thing. That's not a nervous smile.
I get nervous every time we just make jokes about women. Because I live with one.
Yeah. And we'll be deplatformed if we're too mean.
True. She had a baby face. Well, I got to be honest with you guys. I was just looking at her eyes because I get locked on pretty eyes. That's how I ended up married. Well, occasionally Lady Monkey turned around and I got locked somewhere else. But anyway, let's move on from sexism to transphobia. Blaire White came out and issued a video apology, Jack.
Uh-oh.
We actually talked about the story that this is involving 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, she issued an apology on Twitter because she had inaccurately, a month before, claimed that a trans male to female bodybuilder had been competing against women. This is the one where she was wrong that the male to female bodybuilder, anytime they wanted to go back into competition, competed against men. Which, kudos to her for being like, no, it's not fair for me to compete against the women.
Yeah.
Because it's not. But Blaire, in her video, stated that this person, her name is Janae something or other. I don't remember her last name. Don't much care, to be honest. Because that's not what this is about. Said that she competed against both, and that brought some, guys, we need to talk about this, Jack. I need to stop for a minute. When you see somebody, one of your favorite creators talks about something or somebody, you don't have to go be a dickhole to them. You can. It's your choice. But you don't have to. And if you're going to, at the very least, you need to make sure that they were correct in what they said. Because this led to this person getting a lot of harassment. Now, Blaire wrote an apology a month later. A month later. After many people had already told her, you're wrong. You're wrong here. You owe this woman an apology. You're wrong. Blaire finally writes an apology. Puts it on Twitter. And tells us she's going away for a little while. She's going to get off the internet for a little while. And I was even okay with the apology coming late because better late than never, right?
Yeah, of course.
But there was a part of the apology that pissed me off because in the apology, she basically blames it on being overworked. She just tries so hard to put out content and this slipped through the cracks.
Crack.
You got lazy. You didn't even go check. Didn't you wonder? She even says in her apology video that she released yesterday that she wondered why she would still compete against men and compete against women. Why didn't you go look? As soon as I heard she competes against men and be like, wait, does she compete against women too? That'd have been my first fucking question, Jack.
Questions are patriarchy.
She got lazy. That's what it was. I got lazy. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah. Mistakes happen. Let's all fucking move on with our lives.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta say. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I screwed up. End of video. It's a short thing, 30 seconds long. But real fast. Thank you, Evolved Potato. It doesn't really matter if there aren't many women in China. There are plenty in areas outside. It doesn't matter if they want it or not. The state will not be denied. That's true. The Chinese do tend to go to war when they're short on women. Historical factoid for you.
Yeah, so Blaire did apologize for getting it wrong then. And then she said she was going to take some time away from media. Need some time. I need a vacation. I'm going to make a video every 2 weeks. I'm sorry. I have no fucking sympathy for somebody who does something every 2 weeks. None. Zero. I fuck up, Jack, and I just apologize because I do. It happens. I don't expect anybody to be perfect. If I fuck up and somebody points it out, I correct it immediately. I don't take a month to do so. And when I do it, it's never, I mean, if there's a reason, like I read the wrong thing, I will say that, but it's still on me. I still fucked up. I never go, and look, guys, I've just been working so hard. Oh, and I work daily. So she made a video today, which, by the way, was much better. And she even commented on people who, you know, talked about how long it took her to make her apology, said they were right. But she did something, Jack, that really pisses me off in apologies. Really pisses me off in apologies. I will do better. This was a learning experience. You should see the face I'm making right now. I'm blinking exaggeratedly right now.
Yeah. Oh, I know the look.
What? I could not help as I'm watching thinking, okay, you're just trying to drag this out. You're trying to make this a longer video. It's only 6 minutes to begin with. James Colley, thank you. Ranting Monkey is the James Brown of YouTube. Look, I don't know that I'm the hardest working man. I don't think I work all that hard. I come on and I try to entertain you guys with things we find and thoughts that I have, which, by the way, not a lot different than what some people do. Without a 2 week break in between.
You're real angry about that one.
That shit annoys me. I am so fucking tired of hearing people. I work so hard on this vlog that I did for you guys every couple of weeks. Really?
James is serious, though. You do a lot on YouTube. You're always putting out content. So, yeah, he's not wrong, but some people don't put a lot into it. I try to put out a video every day. We're on streams all the time. We work way harder than most people on YouTube.
And she apologized for getting it wrong, and great. That's fine. But I really do, Jack. And this isn't about her necessarily, but her apology is the one that set me off on this shit. These people, when they do something wrong and they come out and they think saying, I'm going to learn from this means a fucking thing.
No, it doesn't. It just means I'm going to try and make this go away. And
here's the thing. The apology should be about them. If you mean it, it should be about them. I'm sorry. I fucked up. I sent people to harass you. I never meant for that to happen. And it's all because of a mistake I made. I am so horrifically sorry. And guys, now let's talk about how I am involved and going to make myself a better person so that you guys can love me. No, you fucked up. I'm sorry, I fucked up. That's it. End of video. The end. And we see this with everybody. Anytime there's a public apology from whether it's a corporation or an athlete or an actor, somebody who has to come out and apologize, they always, I'm going to take this. I'm going to internalize it. I'm going to go take some time for myself to reflect.
I'm going to put the work in.
The fuck do you need to reflect on? You fucked up. The end. Don't do it again. How many of you guys out there have made a mistake and need 2 weeks to reflect on how fucked up you were? You just go, I fucked up, sorry. And you move on. Everybody moves on.
I'm going to need some time off from my job to reflect on my job performance, sir. Said no one to their boss that wanted to keep their job.
Yeah, you go into your boss. He's like, man, you fucked up real big. Like, dude, I'm going to take that internally and
I'm gonna need 2 weeks to process this.
I'm gonna go to the mountains for a couple of weeks. I know I got no vacation time, but I need to reflect.
I need to be on a retreat for a while to process this and realign my chakras.
And I'm gonna do better when I get back. I'm gonna do better. Just apologize and move on. Everything now has to be pomp and circumstance. No, I fucked up. I am sorry. I'll see you next time. That's it. I fucked up.
Yeah, it blows over a lot easier and more quickly if you just come out and say, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Your life is so much easier if you just accept responsibility. There may be consequences, but there will be anyway.
Well, she did do this too. She said, I was wrong for not accepting the criticism, the valid criticism immediately. But I get a lot of criticism and I put blinders on. Okay, that's fair too. That's fair to point out as long as you're admitting your mistake. I fucked up here. And that's great. But this, I'm gonna do better. Are you? What happens next time you get overworked? Take that vacation early? If you're getting to the point where you're afraid you're going to make a mistake, we're going to need 2 weeks off afterwards.
You're really angry about that vacation.
Maybe take the 2 weeks before. Well, Jack, imagine that with any profession, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's
like the one that came to me was a tanker captain. My man, I was just so tired. I am sorry. I ran this fucker aground. I'm going to take 2 weeks in Aruba, and I promise that's not. I was overworked. I hadn't slept in almost 4 hours, dude. So I'll be back in a couple of weeks. That's not how real life. You take responsibility and just move on. I mean, in that case, you go to prison, but still, there's always got to be more to it. Sometimes there's nothing more. Sometimes it's just I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't try and elaborate. She may have had the best intentions, but that's not how it looks.
And no, look, I'm being a little picky here, and I don't mean to pick on Blaire on this because it's not just her. That just set me off because I've heard it so many fucking times. I swear to God, there must be an apology form letter out there that people get, and they just type in what it was they fucked up. And in the middle of it, like, I am going to do better. I'm going to internalize this, and I'm going to stop fucking up in the future.
Well, there probably is a standardized thing that people say, some boilerplate PR crap that you can download off the internet and just insert your whatever screw up you did. That wouldn't surprise me at all because they do all sound the same. But I'd be willing to bet somebody had written this out for her, helped her with it, and said, you need to put this in. Because a lot of the people that are apologizing like this are usually doing it to appease the SJW crowd.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the mistake she made here, I don't know how much harassment this person actually got. I know Hunter Avalone apparently had him on a stream recently.
Oh, God.
I don't... What did people come to your Twitter and yell at you?
That's not harassment. It's a sort of harassment. It's not real harassment.
And it was uncalled for because they actually hadn't done anything wrong. So they definitely deserve an apology, but some people are wringing their hands way too hard over this. You know what I mean? I'm sure it was a crappy couple of days for like, what the fuck did I do? And the fact that it took Blaire so long to even admit wrongdoing, that's kind of fucked up. Because that was an easy thing to check. if somebody tells me I did something wrong and I remember to, if it's like in the middle of the show, I go look it up immediately. Like, fuck yeah, I messed that up.
Well, I think she was letting it blow over, and it just wasn't doing it.
Well, that's the kind of thing you can't just let blow over. I mean, that's a horrible. For those of us who are against trans in sports, and you have this one person who's doing it right, that's the person that you should have been putting up on a pedestal, going, "This, if you're going to do it, this is how you do it." If you're going to decide to transition as an adult and still want to compete in sports, you need to compete in the one you were part of. She did it right. I have nothing but respect for that. Seriously. All joking aside, it's the ones who, because there are bodybuilders, that one bodybuilder or weightlifter who has set like 8 records or something since they became a woman and went to the women's division.
Yeah.
Like, odd how that happened. That person's a scumbag. This Janae chick, she did it right. She's like, no, I'm gonna be on the up and up in this. I didn't transition until late in life. I am obviously built like a giant man. So good. Yeah, exactly. Low res, fairness and sportsmanship. Exactly. I've tons of respect for that. And she's the one. Blaire should have been like, you know what, guys? I fucked up. And here's the real story of Janae. This is a chick who's doing it the right way. There you go. There's a video for you. You can fill in the extra stuff without that fluff corporate bullshit.
Yeah.
Because that's a cool story.
Well, hopefully it'll die down now and we can all move along with our lives.
Well,
but it won't.
Well, I saw there was an argument online between our very own Hammer, God bless him, and Claudia, who used to be Ranting Feminist.
Yeah.
And Ranting Feminist said something I've seen repeatedly about Blaire. She does this all the time. I don't know when Blaire's done this before. I know there was the issue with the whole James Charles. I forget all the people involved in that little.
Yeah, that was internet drama stuff, though.
Yeah, and I don't care about any of that. Don't go down that rabbit hole, guys. Trying to get in that little clique is a horrible place to go if you watch YouTube at all, because all they do is tear each other down. They'll build each other up for about a month and a half, 2 months, and then they just rip each other down to make sure that they keep their audience up, because their audience are, well, more into drama than I am.
They're total drama whores, man. It's crazy. That's
Red responds. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's way too dark of a rabbit hole for somebody like me.
Red responds. I did get that. I did see it. Thank you for the guys. Remember, if I don't get one of your donations, let me know. But occasionally we do wait just a second to keep the thought going. I wasn't ignoring you there. I definitely agree. Hearing that whole "I will be better" shit is just so goddamn annoying. Blaire used to be a very factual and put in the research. During the past couple of years, she's definitely fallen off. I don't want to speak to her. What's the word I'm looking for here, Jack? Diligence, because I don't know how much she did before. If you go back to the old SJW topics, you didn't have to do a lot of research. If that's just honest. Some idiots out there talking about the wage gap, it took like half a second to look up the bullshit counter arguments. Mansplaining this. You either believe in mansplaining or you think people are stupid for whining about it. Mansplaining, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of deep Blaire videos, so I can't comment on that. I do think that how do I want to put this? And look, guys, I'm just being honest. So I'm not trying to be kind here. I'm trying to be factual and real. Blaire decided to walk away from the anti-community. She decided to walk away from anybody who was doing that kind of content, and she was going to do the blogging thing, and then she was going to do the makeup thing, and it didn't seem to work out, and so she tried to sneak back in. And I don't care. She can do whatever she wants to, but she fucked up here. That's what's important to me now. Does that mean she's going to fuck up in the future? No, she's going to fuck up in the future because she's human, which, by the way, she also says that in her video.
That she's human?
Yeah, and that she'll probably fuck up.
Now I suspect a reptilian. I'm going to add her to the list.
But that's my whole point, and it's the same with apologies and stuff, is that we're human. We make mistakes. I'm sorry, move on. And it's that corporate bullshit of we're going to learn, we're going to take this and we're going to learn from it. We hear that a lot from corporations when they've done something wrong. You know, like I'm trying to think of a good one where they were just insensitive. We didn't realize this was going to affect that community that way. We're going to take this and we're going to learn from it. Are you? Because I think the only thing you probably learned is not to piss off that community anymore.
Yeah, to walk on eggshells.
And yeah, so fuck them, man. I'm tired of that shit. Just, I'm sorry, move on. Over on the Streamlabs. Thank you, Eval Potato. Have you heard of the New Zealand new quarantine camps and forced detention if you don't take a test? I quote the Prime Minister with, quote, they can't now, talking about people refusing to take a test. Oh, no, I didn't hear anything about that.
Oh, yeah, I got a video for that.
I mean, and we can look at that later, but guys, don't be afraid to fuck up. If you're going to be afraid to fuck up, use it as a method to keep yourself from fucking up in the first place. Don't be afraid what I mean by that is don't be afraid that if you make a mistake that you have to go into hiding or something. I mean, it's got to be a pretty big mistake if that's what you have to do. Apologize. The vast majority of society will be like, oh, all right, cool. Do better next time, bud. We'll have a beer or something later.
Yeah, don't let internet weirdos intimidate you. It's annoying.
Yeah, it's okay to make mistakes as long as you apologize for them. As long as you do actually learn from them. And if you want to be scared of a mistake, use that as motivation not to make it in the first place. But if you do make one, just admit it and move on with your life, for fuck's sake.
Real quick, let me grab a labs here. Thank you, Red Response. Jack, have you heard of the new Future State DC stuff coming out soon? And if so, what do you think about it? Yeah, that's the former reboot 5G they were going to do. That was a terrible idea. I think it's a stupid idea, but they're going to do it anyway, and it's going to be $8 an issue. Fuck that.
Jesus.
Fuck DC. Yeah, $8 issue. Some of them are miniseries, too. It's not just one-shots. They're stopping their entire line to release 2 months worth of these things, and they're canceling a bunch of titles in the process too, like Aquaman and Hawkman, and they're gonna squeeze out this giant lumpy turd. It's gonna be fucking dumb. I'm not gonna buy any of them, but thank you for the donation.
What? Oh God, Poppy, I'll fight with you later. She just said something on Twitter. What else do we have going on in the world today, Jack? Did you watch the Tucker thing?
Which one?
With Bablinski or whatever his name is?
Oh, I saw part of it.
I haven't seen any of it. But the buzz that I saw has me very, very curious.
Yeah, I saw excerpts from it that were floating around on the internet and on Twitter. It's pretty interesting stuff. I think that guy's got a lot of dirt that nobody knows about.
Well, Steve, is it Steve? I think Bablinski. I call everybody Steve, so it's probably like Charles or something. Bablinski, he was supposedly Hunter's business partner, and he has knowledge of, according to him, Joe Biden's involvement in Hunter's activities with China. It's China, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if any of the Burisma stuff is in there, but I do know the China accusations are in there, and It's not a good look for Joe, especially when there's a phone call that Bablinski recorded with somebody who said, what was the wording? You're going to burn us all down?
Yeah, something like that.
What are you doing, man? You're going to burn us all down? You think they're going to put a lid on Biden until the election?
I think they might. Well, he doesn't seem too eager anyway, but I think that he's going to be quiet.
Will you talk for just a moment?
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. They're looking for black actors to play Tim Drake and Titans. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. They're doing a lot of racial swapping on shows. Me and Assassin were just talking in chat about the new Batwoman, how she's black. They're going to make her black in the comics, and they had Barbara Gordon join this like Antifa group. The DC Comics is getting really, really woke, and it's going to get worse. They're hiring a lot of people that are very woke, and they're canceling a lot of titles. But we thought they were cleaning up, but they're not going to. They're already calling a lid on Biden until the election. Yeah, I believe it. It won't surprise me at all.
Not shocked at all.
No.
Tony Bablinski. There you go.
Oh, you were way off, dude.
I told you, man. Steve is just my go-to when I can't remember somebody's name. TikTok tells me that because I joke that way, it just becomes a thing.
It's ingrained in your indula oblongata or some made-up term.
Yes. There's an 8-minute interview, and I don't know how much of this we're going to watch, Jack, but I am very interested in this story because, as I told you guys, I don't care about Hunter Biden being a crackhead who likes to fuck whores. I really don't. That's between him, the local authorities that catch him, and his Jesus. That's it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The other stuff in there is actually really important. And I see two campaigns going on. You have the denial that any of it's real. But the few people you will hear talk about it, all they will talk about is Hunter and whore banging. And there's a reason for that. It's because this is the important stuff. This is the stuff you should be paying attention to. If it's real, what this guy's saying is important to the possible next president of the United States. And blowing it off is no big deal is a bad idea.
Clear to you that Joe Biden's son had told him about this business?
Crystal clear.
Crystal clear. Tell us about the conversation that subsequently occurred between you and Joe Biden.
So the conversation, as you're well aware, Tucker, I grew up the son of a career naval officer. So the president of the United States was always the commander in chief, whether they were a Democrat or Republican or other. And so I had the highest respect for Joe and the office that he had held. So I stood up and shook his hand, and obviously we sat down and I think ordered some drinks. I think Jim Biden was hungry and might have ordered some food.
Jim Biden being Vice President Biden's brother. Just for some context.
And, Joe asked me to talk about my background, my family. He thanked me for my service. I'm obviously very proud of that, proud of my brother's service.
Nobody cares. Move on.
And then he walked through sort of his family, obviously some of the tragedies they've dealt with.
We shared personal stories. The end.
With his political career in a high level. We didn't go into too much detail on business because prior to Joe showing up, Hunter and Jim had coached me. Listen, we won't go into too much detail here.
Midnight, thank you. The important stuff is the geolocation metadata on the pics. They corroborate Hunter's location when making certain deals. I wasn't aware that they'd actually pulled that stuff. I saw somebody on Twitter say basically the same thing, that the geolocation is what's important, but I hadn't looked into any of that.
This is just a high-level discussion and meeting, so it's not like I was drilling down with Joe about cap tables and details.
Thank you, Frank. He won't be in office long enough for it to matter. It's going to matter if he gets elected at all. It matters immediately.
So you said that they want.
Go ahead, Jack.
I think part of it, though, is they're going to use this as an excuse to get him out of office. It'll be part of why, so they can wedge him out even easier. That's why they're not really contesting much of this.
Well, they've just said it's all fake.
Yeah, but at some point they'll be like, oh, we managed to verify it, and look at all the scandals he's been in.
And details.
So you've said that they wanted you to meet Joe Biden as a way to induce you to participate in this deal. You were the actual business guy here who had management experience, deal experience. But it also sounds like Joe Biden was vetting you to some extent.
Yes, of course. Like, I did.
Well, you got to check and make sure the guy you're about to go into illegal business with is on the up and up.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, what kind of idiot doesn't do their research?
Yeah, you never just take somebody second hand. That's how you end up with the Nino Brown situation.
Yeah.
Turns out Washington's actually a cop, and you got to kill G Money. Just saying.
Gets messy.
It does. It does. And suddenly you're not your brother's keeper much longer.
Meet with Joe. They requested that I meet with Joe, and he's putting his and Hunter says this in writing. It was referenced multiple times. They were putting their entire family legacy on the line. They knew exactly what they were doing. They were dealing with a Chinese-owned, enterprise run by Chairman Yi, CFC, that had strong.
Hunter put it in writing. What's he referencing there? Do you know?
Could you back it up a bit? I was responding to chat.
A legacy on the line. They knew exactly what they were doing.
Hang on.
Dealing with Joe, and he's putting his and Hunter says this in writing. It was referenced multiple times. They were putting their entire family legacy on the line. They knew exactly what they were doing. They were dealing with a Chinese-owned,
Is this in that original dump that we heard about?
Yes.
Where? Okay.
He talks about the family legacy a lot, and apparently they were getting in bed with this Chinese firm, and that's what the Chinese really wanted access to, was the Biden name, reputation. Yeah, this is the Chinese firm where there's an American firm run by Hunter that is totally not the same firm, even though their names are only different by one word. Yeah, well, it's totally different. Totally different. Idea, do not steal.
Enterprise run by Chairman Yi, CFC, that had strong financial support and political.
Okay, just looking at this, unless Hunter or Tucker shows a whole bunch of the actual evidence, I'm more interested in the evidence than what this guy's saying, because just from what he said there, he's mentioning specific things, specific names, specific dates, specific meetings. I got no reason to disbelieve the guy. But you're making a pretty hella claim, so we need to see all the other documentation, or if he has anything that backs it up. If he's specifically referring to the stuff that's already out there, then there's no reason to back it up. We already have that. He is backing that stuff up. But it would be a great fucking thing if our news media was doing their job here.
It would be, but they're not gonna. Most of what he talks about in this is stuff that he's confirming, stuff that's in those emails.
Yeah. Sherry says he explains it, and they do show it. Just keep watching. I will watch the full thing later. I will watch the entire episode, because this is interesting to me. This is important to me. I have told you guys, do not vote for this shithead. I don't care who you vote for. Vote for Trump, vote for Mickey Mouse. I don't give a shit. Do not vote for Joe Biden. He is a horrible, shitty human being. And now he's got dementia on top of it. This is a man who told you, we played the video of when he first got into the Senate. He's sitting there talking to a man and tells him, yeah, I'm a whore. I basically sold my seat to get here.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know how anybody's voting for this guy. And it does explain, Jack, what we saw, what was yesterday, where you got a whole bunch of people like, can I change my vote?
Yeah. Well,
And no, you can't.
most of the people voting for Biden aren't voting for Biden. They're voting against Trump. And a couple people have asked if you could drop the link.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. That's this one here. Now, I do not believe this is the full episode. This is an 8-minute clip with this guy, so maybe it's the full part of that episode. But anyway, that's what Tucker himself put out. Now, I get what you're saying there, but the people voting who are early voting and stuff, and the trend of can I change my vote? That's not all just Trump hatred, or they wouldn't be looking for that anyway. Because remember, these are the people who don't care if Joe Biden sexually assaulted a woman.
Yeah.
Stated so publicly, out loud. I think he did it, but I'm going to vote for him anyway. That's the kind of people we're talking about.
Yep. It's pretty disgusting.
What you're probably looking at with the ones who are like, ooh, can I change my vote? Are the ones who are at least what we would call independent by today's standards. I really don't like Trump, but Biden's less shitty, so I guess I'll vote that way. I think that's a lot of what you're going to see. We're going to have some regret, a lot of regret coming out. Joe Biden is a racist piece of shit. He's a piece of shit, lying thief. He has spent his entire life lying to get ahead. Now, there's part of me that hopes he wins, Jack. Small part. Really tiny part. And it's a part of me that wants to be able to make jokes about the vice president being a whore.
To be fair, she'll be president pretty quickly.
And then I'll be able to make jokes about the president being a whore.
That's true.
So, I mean, there's I always got to look for the silver lining. So if he does win, that's that silver lining for me. But that's the only reason I would want that man to be president. Otherwise, no. I would much rather there was a massive campaign to write in some rando I'd never heard of than have this shitbag in there. Joe Biden is a horrible person. And as bad as that is, I still would have rathered him than any of the rest of the Democratic field. Because they were horrible shitbag people who are commies.
Yeah. Speaking of commies, sorry, I'll bring it up later. This is not an appropriate transition.
No, go ahead.
No, there's a video I just found that might be interesting.
A commie video?
Well, it involves commies because it involves Antifa.
What are these shitheads up to?
They're burning a Bank of America. There's a couple buildings on fire right now, but
what city are we in here?
I believe that's Philadelphia.
I'm not going to play the audio because this is them wandering around doing shit.
Yeah,
do I need the audio?
No.
Okay. Oh, yeah, look, there's a nice fire going.
Yeah, there's a lovely chocolate fella in the entryway there, and that fire is actually the building. They're setting the building on fire with this, like, dumpster trash can thing there. And they're doing so while there's a guy in the building who's black.
Look, right.
Class 4.
What have I been warning you guys about?
There was so much levels of irony here. That's why I wanted you to watch this because, those ideas are starting fires. They're burning a bank because they want to burn the whole system down. Yeah, they were looting Walmart earlier. I didn't mean to change the subject completely, like I just did.
Dude,
but
we can change the subject whenever. You know the rules. If I want to change it back, I'll change it back.
This is really pissing me off because I'm getting tired of this crap. It's been 153 days now.
Yep.
Almost 6 months of this shit. I mean, we're on month 5 for sure.
With the Portland ones specifically, yeah. All the other ones come and go.
Yeah.
But Portland is the one that 5 months now.
The what's her name that says it's a dumpster fire. It is, but the building ends up on fire. Is the point because that's just how it started. They've been burning shit down all over the place, and it's getting tiresome.
I don't mean to change the subject. We will come back to that, Jack, because I do want to talk more about it. But I just saw this. Trump campaign says it's working with authorities after website was temporarily compromised.
Oh, that's not good.
Do you want to know a fast way to go to Leavenworth?
Fuck with the government, anything?
Campaign spokesman Tim Murtaugh said in a statement on Tuesday night that the Trump campaign website had been defaced and that law enforcement was investigating the source of the attack. Murtaugh's statement also said that there was no exposure to sensitive data because none of it's actually stored on the site. During the breach, a message was posted on the website which said that the world has had enough of the fake news spread daily by President Donald J. Trump. Look, if you're going to go in there, you might as well go big. That's all you said? Yeah, you might as well go real big. Go out there and be like, fuck Donald Trump or something stupid like that. You're going to go to prison for that? You're a dumbass.
Yeah, I know shit.
Who the fuck does that?
I don't know, man.
That's like the politest hack ever. We're tired of his fake news.
That's just lazy, too.
Yeah. Dear Christ, man. Oh, fuck. Anyway. Yeah, so we had rioting tonight in LA because the Dodgers won the World Series. So they're burning LA down again.
Yeah, looting stuff. It's free sneaker day. We won.
Look, if any day there's a good time for free sneaker day, I feel like it's if your athletic team won.
I guess
that makes far more sense than free sneakers because Steve got shot. In my mind, at least.
Yeah, especially after old Steve there was charging at the cops with a knife.
But don't steal ever. It's never a good thing. But if there is a appropriate time, I think it's sports rights. That makes more sense to get athletic shoes during a sports riot, right?
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. Don't riot.
The riots in Philadelphia revolve around that shooting we saw the other day. And I cannot believe the comments coming from the police and the mayor about that video. That video leaves me like great pause. I mean, we really need to look at it. What the fuck did you see? Because I saw a man coming after the police with a knife being told repeatedly, put the fucking thing down. And then they shot him because he wouldn't stop.
Yeah. Check your Streamlabs.
Oh, thank you. I will. I don't understand what people are seeing. I actually saw somebody, and I'm not naming names, who called it murder. Like, the fuck are you talking? That wasn't murder. That was self-defense.
Yeah.
Thank you, Red Responds. What I want to know is how they're even able to keep Biden in the presidential race. He's very clearly not fit to lead the country. I know the Democratic plan is to push Kamala into the position once he's elected, but either way, how are they able? It's our process, man.
Yeah, it's sad, but we don't have a mental health requirement for the presidency. That would get politicized very, very quickly.
Yep. And that's what the 25th is for, but that's only after they get into office. Yeah. But anyway, this guy, Midnight, I'm just going to say this to you one time. I don't want your racist shit tonight, okay? Anyway, this guy was coming at two police officers with a knife. And the idea that the police did something wrong here is absolutely asinine. I don't like that he's dead either.
No, but he made the choice to attack them with a knife. And what did you expect would happen?
And I've heard things like, well, he had mental disability. Did the cops know? And they don't have a bullet that only knocks the knife out of the hand of a mentally disabled person instead of shooting them dead. There's nothing about that. There's no, you should have used a taser. Tasers don't always work. And a taser's not a good idea when somebody is rushing at you with a knife.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It's you're not gonna. It's not gonna be effective in time. So they did the right thing. They shot him because their lives were in danger. He was charging at them with a knife. They have to make a split-second decision. You can't sit there and be like, let's just talk about this. How are you feeling? Do you have a history of mental health issues? You don't have time for that. A lot of these guys don't seem to understand that when you're in a dangerous situation, you have to respond under adrenaline, under the stressors of the position you're in, and you have to make a quick decision.
Miss Alismond, I think is Miles. I don't know how you say that. Sorry. Tasers are always a good idea. There was a story near where I live. It's actually I want to say it's like 50 miles that way. This redneck was coming at cops with a pipe, a 1.5-inch steel pipe. And they tased his ass 3 times. And then they had to shoot him. Because he just kept coming. And I actually lost a friend over this because they said they didn't have to kill him. I'm like, what else should they have done? Let themselves get beaten to death? That's what I lost a friend over, Jack. Like, they didn't have to kill him. Like, what do you think he was going to do with that pipe? Do you think he was going to go do the plumbing?
Right.
Low-res boy says they miss too often. That you have connectivity issues. They have to connect just right to even work in the first place.
Yeah. You're shooting darts with little lines coming out of them, out of a pistol-like device. It doesn't work the same as a gun.
And there's it's not just drugs, Jack. How do we say this? People with what we might call retard strength can sometimes just push through.
Yeah. Some people just have a natural ability to not be as affected by it too. So you get all sexed up and retard strong and things could go pretty ugly. Yeah, chat there.
Your boy Pat, thank you so much. They're all quick to talk when it's not them in the situation. Had it been them, they would have done the same thing. You know, there's a very interesting video of this anti-gun advocate who went through a police training simulation. Same one police go through. And there's 3 scenarios where there's a guy at the front of a vehicle and he's coming up on them and the guy pops out and kills him. Not for real. It's a scenario. The guy's like, damn, that happened quick. And they're, yeah. And then there were 2 other situations where he mock killed the guy. One of which was the guy coming at him with a knife. And they talked to him afterwards and he's like, yeah, I didn't know what else to do in that situation. And that's a guy who's going through a simulation where he knows he's in no real danger, who is against cop shootings. If you're not in that situation, you don't know. You just don't.
A lot of people don't understand what stress does to your body, your thought process. That's why cops train. They go through this so that they will respond in a situation. Because if you're some rando, you're probably going to get killed if you don't have an idea of what to do in a situation.
Well, that was the whole point of the first one, because the first exercise that they do is it's a guy at the front of a vehicle, not supposed to be there. And he's pretending to be the cop. He's walking up. He's got his hand on his gun, but he doesn't actually unholster it. And he's like, what are you doing up there? And the guy's talking, bullshitting him. And he gets about to the edge of the passenger's door, and the guy just steps out from in front of the car and kills him. That happens to police officers.
Yeah.
Look, I understand the arguments against authoritarianism and a police state and all that. I'm not for a police state, but I do give police latitude, especially in a situation like this. What were they supposed to do? Turn and run? They didn't have the taser, the magic retard taser. They didn't have it. We should make a magic retard taser.
I'm all on board.
Yeah, that should be a thing. There were no counselors there to talk him down. You know what would happen if there was a counselor there instead of a cop?
There'd be a dead counselor.
A dead counselor.
Now, when you fire the retard taser, it has to go.
Yes, it's got to make a noise other than it's got to go.
I'm a bad person.
You're not. That's a good idea. And since it's a retard taser, the two little prongs can't be even. They've got to be off center like their eyes. I'm all for keeping the police as nonviolent as possible. But we also have to be willing to admit that sometimes they had no choice. And this was one of those cases. The same thing happened with that guy who came running out of a house at him with the knife. Remember that guy, a month or two ago now?
Yeah.
He comes running out down these stairs. They're going up the stairs, and this guy comes chasing them with a knife, and they had to fucking shoot him. It happens. Monk, that was not funny. Which part?
Dang, taser's done. Assassin said that. Not me.
I thought it was all funny. How dare you? I got in trouble for being ableist today, Jack. Well, not in trouble. Somebody scolded me.
Well, that'll happen, you ableist enthusiast.
Joe Biden said that he knows this country. And I simply asked him to quickly name the country. And this person said to me, ableist. I'm like, well.
How is that ableist? Because he can talk?
The only way that would be ableist is if you admit Joe Biden has a mental problem.
Yeah.
Shrouded Angel, thank you. Sometimes violence is the only solution. It absolutely is. This idea that violence is never the answer is fucking retarded.
Yeah, it's totally unrealistic and goes counter to human nature.
If you think violence is never the answer, you might as well wear a shirt that says victim.
Yeah.
If you think violence is never the answer, well, then you better not be French because it saved you once or twice. In fact, you better not be European at all, unless you're German.
There are times when violence is not the right answer, but there are times when it is the right answer.
Sometimes it is the only solution. And with this guy, I mean, no matter what other nonsense they're gonna throw out there, his mom was trying to talk to him. Did he stop moving towards these cops with that knife?
No, he was chasing them.
Sometimes it is the only answer.
And what's sad is we live in a very safe time where there is not nearly as much violence as there was for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And you're going to harp on a situation like this. That's foolish. The guy would not stop. He wouldn't follow directions, and he was trying to kill them. He would have killed both those cops.
Yeah. What do you guys think would have happened if he caught him? You think he was going to slice their birthday cake for him? He was going to kill him. I saw a couple of other things that we need to talk about yet again, Jack. Things that, if people would just fucking listen to us. I'm tired of people not listening to us, Jack. We're smart. Okay, we're not smart. We pay attention.
Most of the time.
I once again saw somebody say, what about shooting them in the leg? And to make it even it gets better. It gets better. They actually said, that's just basic training. I like it.
What?
I'm sorry, what? Aiming for the leg is basic training? No, that's just not right. And I pointed out, you shoot center mass because you want the... We don't shoot center mass because of the heart. It just happens to be there.
Yeah, it's the biggest part of the body, and it's got stopping power then.
Yeah. And I pointed that out to them. And in fairness to them, they go, okay, that's fair. But then they said this. Well, why don't they just shoot one or two bullets?
I didn't understand a word of that. You were roboting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
No.
What?
Uh,
Talk for a second.
Thank you, Evolved Potato, for the donation. Violence isn't the answer. Violence is the question, and the answer is yes. Thank you, Evolved. That's better.
Okay. I don't know what happened there. I even went over to my Steam to see if it was running, and it's not.
Oh, they're saying you're not roboting, but you're roboting like hell for me. Oh, it's me? Oh, okay. My bad.
Oh, you weren't roboting for me at all.
Oh, one of us is roboting. I'm going to drop and come back in.
Sure. I'm going to save this for him because I want him to hear the rest because it just amused me so much. It's amazing to me how many people talk about guns and have no idea. Look, I'm not a gun person. I don't own a gun. That doesn't mean I don't have a gun in my house, legally in my house, but I'm not a gun person. Welcome back, Jack.
Welcome. Thank you.
Now, I was telling you about this person I talked to. So I pointed out that why you shoot center mass, and they said that's fair enough. And then they said, why did they have to shoot so many bullets? Why not just shoot once or twice? I'm like, okay. You can still miss. And for anybody who's wondering why you shoot so many bullets, actually go back there and listen to how many bullets are shot and how fast they come. This isn't like bang, 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 bang. It's bang, 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 bang. The end. You put bullets in them till they stop. You keep firing till they stop. That's what you do. Because if you take a split second to see if you stopped them and you didn't, you might as well not have shot at all.
Yep.
The whole purpose, if you are going to fire a weapon at somebody, whether you like it or not, if you're going to fire a gun at somebody, it's to kill them. That's what you're doing. You should never point a gun at somebody you're not willing to kill. Ever, Boogie.
Yeah.
It's not a joke. And when I hear all these fucking assholes who know absolutely nothing about guns repeat stupid shit or nonsense that they saw in a fucking movie, it's getting to the point of absurdity these days. I actually saw one thing today. Why are silencers even a thing? They only exist so that people can kill in secret. Like, oh, you just watched the Bond film, huh? Oh, God. Anyway. I'm just tired of it, man. This isn't even hard stuff. It's not like you even have to go through actual gun training to know any of this shit. It's simple common sense for the most part if you just think about it. Like, why did they fire more than once? Well, did he fall immediately? They stop firing when they see the body fall. And the reason they do that's the same reason they start firing in the first place. It's to stop that person, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, stop the threat.
Didn't someone say shoot the knife? Yes, they did. Shoot the knife. Doug Reswick, thank you. Adrenaline can keep a man running for minutes. True.
Yeah.
You put them down. And I don't mean to say it that way because, oh, you put them down like a dog. No. You put them down on their back. They shoot to kill, and it's not that they're shooting to kill; it's that they're shooting center mass, and that's shooting to kill. So if you're pulling the trigger, that's where you're aiming. That's what you're doing. But no, because of all this stupid ass misinformation, largely pushed by Democrats, people like Joe Biden, who tell you all you need is a shotgun. All you need is a shotgun. You don't need to have multiple bullets. Joe Biden is a fucking moron. He's always been a fucking moron when it comes to guns. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Don't take your advice from a fucking demented old man who wasn't all that great to begin with.
Yeah.
Joe Biden told me they could shoot him in the leg. That's what that motherfucker said that, what, a week ago? 2 weeks ago now?
A couple days ago, I think.
Yeah, shoot him in the leg. Because we talked about it on this show. I mean, do you know how easy it is to kill somebody in the leg?
It's just as easily. They'll die from a leg wound just like they will anything else. You bleed out, you get hit in the artery, the bullet travels in your body. There's a lot of different scenarios, and shooting the leg is way more difficult. I know some guys that are like recreational shooters that go out to the range on a regular basis, and if somebody's moving, they're going to have a hell of a time shooting them in the leg, and they'll admit it.
Yeah, because if pay attention to people's legs when they move compared to their body and which one is easier to spot.
Yeah. Della brings up a good point in chat. A reminder, this show is brought to you by you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and maybe throw some money at us if you can. Or buy something pretty for yourself from our Teespring stores, or support us on Patreon.
Faith says, hit the femur and blow the leg off. Yeah.
And then you'll be a monster for that.
There's actually a lot of damage you can do to somebody's leg, including killing them. Oh, God. It's fucking stupid. It's just fucking stupid. Stop saying this stupid shit. And then you have, I think the most offensive part to me, Jack, and I do actually mean offensive, guys, is these fucking city managers, whether it's your, chief of police or your mayor or your commissioner, whatever fucking asshole it is coming up. Yeah, this weird. I have some questions about this. What question? Jack, in all seriousness, can you think of a good question about that shooting you saw?
Yeah. Which medal do the officers want to go in order of? Alphabetical or by rank?
Yeah.
Because they did the right thing. And Low Res Boy said to aim for the bicep.
Well, there you go.
It does appear to be an Antifa weak point.
You aim for an Antifa bicep, you're hitting whatever is behind that motherfucker, even if you are dead on.
Yeah.
God, biceps, man. Do they even have muscles? How do they stand up?
I think they have soy pockets. And that looks suspiciously like some muscle areas.
It's always funny to me when I do see one that's got any kind of muscle. It's like, one of these things is not like the others.
Now, I have heard that the mayor over in Philadelphia is the former Portland mayor, or not mayor, police chief.
Really?
Yeah. So,
makes sense.
I don't know how true that is, but if he worked under Wheeler, it wouldn't surprise me if he was a giant puss bag.
No doubt. When they're wrong, say they're wrong. But when they're not, then sorry. You know who you blame in that instance? The fucking criminal. Remember when we used to blame criminals, Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, man. What good times, good times. Not anymore, man. Now it's everybody else's fault. Now we need counselors and stun guns. I saw one that's like, you should use bean bags. Yeah. They're trying to get cops killed, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. Well, if you're a conspiratorially minded person, you would argue that a lot of this stuff is designed to disenfranchise the police forces and defund them. And then when everything goes to hell, you have a reason to insert a new form of domestic policing that could be as strong as the military, sort of like what Obama envisioned.
Yeah.
That would probably be a little bit more brown shirty, but what are you gonna do?
We've seen a lot of cops retire this year.
Oh yeah, we're losing a lot of good officers because of that.
Keldrick, thank you. Antifa are just soy milk powered hydraulic robots. What'd they do? Build them out of balsa wood? because they go down quick. I saw with the rioting in Philadelphia last night, some of the rioters were whining. They just hit us with their billy clubs when we didn't move.
Yeah, follow directions and you won't get hit.
I don't mean to laugh at that, but a rioter bitching that they got their ass kicked is funny. It's funny.
Yeah, don't riot.
We disobeyed police orders during a riot and they hit us with a billy club, which, by the way, is a legal weapon for them to own and use. There's a reason they have them.
Yeah.
Would you prefer they shoot you? Here's an idea. When you're in the position where you could go to a riot, don't. Jack, you know how many times I got hit with a billy club last night?
None.
Not once. How about you?
Nope.
It's amazing how that worked out.
Right? Not even sexually.
Man, I love that they say that like it's some kind of shocking thing. Okay. Let's be honest about what most of this is, Jack. I saw a picture the other day that said finding a black person in an Antifa rally is the new it's the 2020 Where's Waldo. And it's true. It's true. Yeah. I doubt they talked to a black guy who's like, I can't believe they hit me with a billy club. Because he'd have been like, I can't believe they didn't shoot my ass. This is a spoiled ass white kid who's like, they always are so polite when they pull me over. Why'd he hit me?
I was just looting. Yeah. Did you see, speaking of the looting, did you see Eli Schaefer got beat up in Philadelphia?
No. Who's Eli Schaefer? I know that name.
Maybe you follow him on Twitter. I retweet a lot of his video clips because he's always on the ground reporting.
Oh, let me see.
Here, I'll drop a link in. There you go. He works for the Blaze.
Oh my, Jordan. Wow. Happy Halloween.
Right? I saw that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he got his mouth fucked up pretty bad. They were apparently attacking anybody that was white filming.
Oh, God. Keldrick, thank you. Look, you can only expect so much quality from Chinese manufactured hardware. Well played, sir. Well played indeed. Yeah, if anybody's still curious at all about where Antifa comes from, holy shit, dude. They busted his mouth up.
Yeah.
He doesn't look familiar to me, though. I wonder if I do follow him and I just don't recognize his face.
You would recognize him because Andy No retweets him a lot, too. He's in a lot of the video clips that I retweet. He films a lot of stuff. He was over in Portland for a little bit, in Seattle, all kinds of places there's problems. But he got fucked up.
I'm looking him up. Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, yeah. I know his picture that's on Twitter. Do I follow him? No. I do now.
Yeah, you should. He's pretty good at this on the ground stuff, and he retweets a lot of interesting clips that I liberate for the purposes of this program.
I follow a lot of people who do clips, and it's the only reason that I follow Andy No, because I don't even know Andy No's politics, or I don't read his stories. I just watch the video clips. That's not to say I hate Andy or anything, but I have other shit on my mind, you know?
There's only so much time in a day.
Indeed. But I do like the video clips because they amuse me most of the time. Because most of the time it's Antifa doing stupid shit that I can point to later and go, these are your peaceful protesters, shitheads. Now, you know the guy who does the videos where he does the sports sound overlays on the Antifa videos?
Steve Inman?
Yeah, he tweeted this out earlier tonight. How Andy Tifa waits for his Hot Pockets.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Whew. I laughed a little too hard at that one, Jack.
No, it's perfectly acceptable.
Like, you're not right. I just love the powdered blue shorts on him.
Yeah.
Kind of makes the picture, really.
Philadelphia police commanders say the situation has, quote, rapidly gone downhill along Aramingo Avenue. A total loss, they say, from looting.
Jesus.
Chopper 3 shows videos of demonstrators and police at 52nd and Chestnut. As of this post, no injuries to police tonight. Yeah, 30 cops got injured last night.
I saw some people. We're going to talk about some rioting for a while, Jack, or at least for the immediate until one of us changes something. I saw assholes on Twitter who are like, my city's being burned down. They burned down one store. Ha, 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 ha.
They destroyed one person's life and probably made a bunch of other people unemployed. Good job.
It has become a tactic of the left to downplay violence, to downplay importance of violence.
Well, and they're now referring to violence as meaning only against another person, so it's not violent to loot or burn stuff down. That's not violence anymore, according to the new rules.
Or even to kill. I mean, they killed they're not killing black people. One black guy died. They never say that about the police.
Yeah.
It is amazing to me watching these people with their explanations for why they're okay with this crap. Like, look, man, it's only pockets. By the way, these are the same people who told me that SJWs were only on college campuses. So, shows you how well they pay attention to things. No, the entirety of Portland has not been burned to the ground. Many parts of it have been burned to the ground. Have you seen the pictures from the aftermath of Minneapolis? There are parts of it that look like a fucking bomb went off. Buildings leveled.
Yeah. Philly's going to look the same way when they're done.
You know what happens when you burn down a building, even if it's a brick building? The insides are completely gone. It looks like a fucking war-torn place. Because that brick might not, even if the brick won't burn down, everything inside will, including the roof. They don't make brick roofs, Jack.
Nope, not that I'm aware of.
Downplaying it because, oh my, they're making it sound like they're causing so much damage, because they are. Millions and millions of dollars. What was it? 500 million in Minneapolis?
Oh yeah, at least
500 million was, I believe, the last number I heard. That's what they were asking the feds for, and the feds told them to get fucked. Because take care of your shit. That's your problem.
Don't let people burn down your area. Come
on. We're getting to a point where they are making excuses for insurrection. That's what this is.
Oh yeah.
And
it's the glorious revolution.
Don't tell me it's not insurrection when they're out there chanting for it. Monkey, you're being hyperbolic. No, pay attention to what they're saying. When people say down with the USA, that's insurrection.
Yeah, and they're actively trying to achieve those ends. They even call this the revolution.
Yeah.
Antifa openly is trying to overthrow the government.
Yep. And you got too many people ignoring it. And now you have people, those who aren't defending it, trying to pretend that it's nothing. Okay, yes, that's bad, but it's really not a big thing.
Eagle's right. When people threaten you, take them seriously.
Yeah. I think it's even worse for the people who are willing to admit that the actions going on are bad, but they're like, it's not that widespread. Well, how widespread does it need to get before we take care of it?
Exactly.
How many cities have to turn into Portland, where parts of the city have to be locked down every fucking night because of these shitheads? For almost as long as COVID's been going on. They're locked down and they got nothing to do with the fucking virus. Send them to Gitmo. Yes, absolutely. These are traitors. Oh, we're not supposed to call them that, Jack. We're not supposed to call it. We're never
God.
supposed to question patriotism. They're not patriotic at all. They do not love their country at all. They don't.
We're going to have to.
Go ahead.
No, I think we're going to have to start questioning people's patriotism because I'm not seeing a lot of it here.
There is none. They are loyal to communism. They are loyal to themselves. They do want the glorious revolution. All right, bitches, let's play. But we're not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to go out there and fight them ourselves because that's vigilantism. So the people that live in those cities are just under constant threat from these shitheads.
Yeah, they have a lot of supporters in the city council and the DA's office in a lot of these places. So nothing's going to get done to them. So they have no reason to stop. And if anything, it's going to make them escalate. And they're going to start really hurting people.
Your boy Pat says, and they think this is a game. They do.
Yeah.
There's some truth to the fact that they're LARPing. There's a honesty to their LARPing, though.
Yeah. I think most of them are LARPing, but you've got some real diehards in there that will gladly hurt people. Like that former representative's stepson that got arrested the other day.
Oh, yeah. The one
Charged federally.
Hit the cop in the back of the head with a baseball bat.
Yeah. That's taken it to a much more dangerous level. And he was planning on burning buildings down with his girlfriend. They admitted to throwing Molotovs and stuff.
Yep.
So it doesn't surprise me that they are breeding terrorists this way.
The only reason that cop is alive is that helmet he's had and that the fact that that dude is weak as a motherfucker. That I still love it. I know I'm not supposed to laugh at that. He hits this cop in the back of the head with a baseball bat. The cop doesn't move.
Yeah,
he goes flying though. Ebony, thank you. Do the riots meet the requirements to have the National Guard come in? Well, yeah, because the governors could call them up anytime they wanted to.
Yeah, and they should. A lot of these states aren't going to do it, though. But Philadelphia absolutely should have the National Guard on the ground right now. And I guess they have some, but they need to declare martial law down there. They're going to end up having that whole place burned to the fucking ground if they're not careful.
And yeah, Low Res Boy, that shit was funny as Jack. Watching that little pissant bounce off that cop's head was, oh, it did me good.
I felt bad for that cop. He probably got a concussion out of it, but holy shit, he took that like a fucking pro. He's like, yeah, that hurt, but I'm still standing, bitch.
Oh, I wish I had that video because I want to play it again. Cop hit in head with bat.
The fact this keeps going on though is getting out of hand. At some point, people are going to get fed up with it and realize the cops aren't going to do anything to stop it. If the cops aren't going to do their job, I'm worried that people will. And that probably should concern us all. And I've been saying that for a while. Thankfully, it hasn't happened, but just wait. It likely will. If people are scared and they start to get organized because the cops aren't doing anything or can't, then yeah, you're going to see vigilantes. And that should worry all of us because that's a complete breakdown of society then.
Okay. I found it, Jack.
Oh, awesome.
All right. So what we have here is a cop that's been knocked off his bike. All of the other police, we just saw them moving that way. And this cop is trapped in a sea of, well, giant human-sized pussies. And they're throwing shit at him. They're spraying him. The cop right there. Now, I want to go back to that because that is so fucking funny. Okay. I'm with you. This cop probably did get it. Didn't it crack his helmet?
Yeah.
So, whoops. Damn it. I didn't mean to make that small. That's my favorite part. Here comes Antifa boy. Watch this guy just bounce the fuck off a real man. Bloop. Fell right on his ass.
Yeah, that cop took it like a fucking champ. And granted, that's a shitty bike helmet too. Like, it's not a motorcycle helmet. It's just some garbage $50 Walmart bike helmet.
Yeah, that shit's supposed to help you if you fall over on your bike.
Yeah.
I just love that shit. He just goes falls right on his ass because he's got no upper body strength.
Yeah, and Faithless is right. This dude was a coward because he attacked him from behind like a bitch.
Oh, that is the Antifa method, dude. If you guys
Absolutely.
ever watch some of the videos, especially like when the Proud Boys were actually, part of this stuff. What they will do is one of them will get into a confrontation and the others will sneak up from behind because they are giant pussies.
Yeah, a bunch of backstabbing little C words. Can't use
Look,
that one anymore.
Cunts, you can say it.
There we go.
I have no respect for people who hit others in the back. None. It is something that I train my children with. You never, if you're going to step up to somebody, do it step up to them. Be a man about it.
I could understand if you come across a mugging and some dude's beating a woman for a purse, then you can hit him in the back. That's fine. But this was cowardly. These people are cowards and they're giant vaginas. They only attack in groups because that gives them the additional manpower they need to overcome real men. And everything they do is cowardly. These are sucker punchers and nothing more.
Oh, dude, back in my younger day, don't sucker punch me. There are a few things in life that piss me off more than that. One, I don't like pain, so sudden pain from nowhere angered me greatly. But just the cowardice of that. You're going to step up, do it face to face. Like you said, if you're protecting somebody because they're being, like somebody's being raped, go, excuse me, I need to see your face before I can hit you.
Yeah, then you can rabbit punch them in the kidneys all you want, but
yeah, you don't go. Could you zip up so we could fight like men? No, go ahead and take care of them. But if you're talking about a fist fight in the street, do it like a man. Don't be a bitch. Sucker punching is for pussies.
Yeah.
No one nowhere says hyenas. Yes, they're hyenas.
Yeah, they're pack animals. It's a soy pack.
A package of soy.
Yeah. See where you have like a clouder of cats or a murder of crows. This is a Starbucks of pussies.
Pat says, you see that one video of the Antifa bitch hitting a Jew Trump supporter and tried to run away only to get clipped? I did not.
Yeah, it was funny.
I hadn't seen that one. It is amazing how they've started targeting the Jews too.
Yeah. The true colors come out.
Who else was Antifa associated with that didn't like the Jews?
Oh, there was this group. They were, I think, in the German era somewhere.
Austrian, if I remember correctly.
Oh, their leader was Austrian.
Yeah, something with Austria.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes. It's funny watching these assholes be the very thing they claim they hate. Meanwhile, they proudly actually chant neo-Nazi slogans.
Probably.
All cops are bastards. That's a neo-Nazi slogan.
Yep.
It is. Look it up. I'm not making that shit up. You can find songs from death metal bands that are of questionable morality who don't like certain groups of people who songs were made back in the day.
Yeah, and a salt lick of commies comes around and starts chanting it. You start to wonder what their allegiances are.
Yeah.
I have another funny video clip that might be relevant.
Sure.
It's that first one from Troop.
At the very top?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Well,
you said first one. I was like, did he send like 3 right now, or
no? There's just so many of them. I just keep sending stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that because I like video portions of the show, Jack.
I do too. They're fun.
Yeah, and I wish I could do more on other streams, but like on Lords of the Night, it'd be great to do more. But that's what we have this for, so we can engage. Did I shit? Turn this up. I had to turn that over. Okay.
You don't really need the sound. It's fine.
Yo.
So this woman's running from a cop. She's got handcuffs on. So now wait for it. She's going for the finish line.
All right. So we'll back it up.
He running. Yo.
Stupid bitch.
Yo, she, yo.
Stupid bitch. You stupid bitch. You stupid bitch.
The fuck did she run into?
There's a metal chain between those things.
Oh.
He running. Yo.
Stupid bitch.
Yo, she, yo.
Stupid bitch. You stupid bitch.
Oh.
You stupid bitch.
I feel like the guy who's chanting has it right.
Yeah, that guy's also saying at the very end there, you can. It's hard to hear because of the commentating by the guy with the phone.
Mm-hmm.
You broke into my business, bitch.
Oh.
So
Oh.
that's why she. Pat wants you to check your DMs.
Oh yeah.
But I thought that was funny, and I wanted to share.
Oh, this is the video he was just talking about. Oh, it's 1.5 minutes. So,
Slow that down and play Chariots of Fire.
Johnny Hellcat, thank you. Slow that down and play it to Chariots of Fire. That would be great. You know, I've never seen that movie.
It's terrible.
I remember it from my childhood.
Yeah, it was a big deal, like Ishtar.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen parts of it. I've never seen the whole thing, and I couldn't tell you what the hell it's about. But people love that damn song. I find that theme annoying as fuck.
Yeah, it's that movie is just so bad. Now, Chariots of the Gods, that's just ancient alien stuff. That's all fact.
All right. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know how much of this we have to play and if we need the audio or not. We're going to try it without audio there. Oh. Ah! Wow.
Yeah, it's a classic.
All right. Watch this little punk bitch hit him in the back of the head like Antifa does. And run and whoops. Oh, his head bounced hard as fuck.
That dude was a great reaction time on kicking his leg out, too. That was awesome.
That's amazing. That is fucking amazing. That was awesome. Thank you for sharing that one, Pat.
I'm surprised you haven't seen that.
No, that's one I have not seen. Look, I haven't been paying as much attention to the riots and stuff recently. I've been more onto politics rather than this kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
Because look, this stuff is important too. It really is, because this is on the ground stuff. This is arguably going to have more of an effect than the election will.
Yeah, but the election's going to determine whether or not an end gets put to this crap or not.
I think either way we go, we see this die down after the election. After the election, Trump doesn't have to worry about getting elected anymore. There's a lot of things that he's wanted to do that maybe he does. You know, I'm not saying he will. I'm saying maybe after the election, if Trump's reelected, he will send people in. Like, fuck it, you aren't doing your job. We're going to do it for you. And I think if Biden comes in, the mayors in these cities will be like, hey, you got to stop. You got to stop. You're killing us. We've got it. And they're missing the point that these guys are not on their side. I don't understand how they don't get that, Jack.
I don't know, man.
Once again, the politicians think these guys are useful idiots, and the politicians have it backwards. They really do. And I think we'll see it die down because I think the mayors are going to be forced to deal with them. But I think what you're going to see is what we largely see right now, Jack, is the cameras are off. When was the last time CNN did a story on the rioting in Portland?
Oh, it's been a while. I mean, I'm kind of surprised some of this stuff is still going on as strong as it does. But they're true believers that are out now because there's no media out there. And there's largely media blackouts.
Yep. And This is your real insurrection. Now, I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think the United States is going to fall because of these shitheads. I really don't. I think it's going to cause a lot of strife, and it's going to cause a lot of what? It's going to cause cities like Portland to turn to shit for a while, and it's going to take a decade before the people get fed up and like, all right, no. And by then, their city's going to be a shithole.
Yeah, it'll be Detroit. Look at all the people already leaving. They're leaving a lot of these places. Boeing left Washington. They're not coming back. That's a lot of money leaving. And they had that $1 billion contract that up and left too.
Oh, yeah. Pat says, I think that's their strategy because cause enough damage and they get Biden in. Here's the thing, though. You know why the media stopped covering this?
Because the polls were going against them.
Yep.
It's the only reason.
Don Lemon told him. He wasn't the first one. Ted Wheeler was the one who put out the warning. What was that, a month before Don Lemon said it?
Yeah.
But it was during, was it the DNC or the RNC convention? One of the two, when Don Lemon comes out and says the polls are going against it. That's why they stopped putting it on TV. Because the law and order line from Donald Trump was hitting it home when you can sit back and watch cities being fucking burned down.
Now, they have been ramping up the propaganda campaign, though. Did you see the new video from Midas Touch?
That's one you put in here, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you can show it, but because you might get copyright claimed on that. That is just the most ludicrous fucking thing I've ever seen.
Well, we can actually show it. We'll just have to do it without sound, which means we're gonna have to read it because I don't know if is there any music in here?
I don't know. Hold on, I'll check.
It's an ad, so I don't want to take the chance. We can just read it. It's got subtitles.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you want to do the voices? You want me to be the cop and you can be the mom?
The mom is the white text.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, sure. Here we go. Oh, hang on. I still have volume. That's annoying. Listen, everything's going to be okay. All right? Just let me do the talking, okay? Just hi.
Evening, ladies. License, please. Where are you headed?
We're just out for a drive.
Headed to the border?
Oh, no. We're just going to pick up.
Hey there. What's your name?
Grace.
Are you pregnant, Grace?
Mom.
Step out of the vehicle.
She doesn't have it. No.
Yes, she does. Show me your hands on the wheel.
Mom,
on the wheel.
Grace, it's okay. Oh, God. Is this an anti-abortion thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're gonna have to go to Mexico or Canada, and the cops are gonna stop you and arrest your Prager's daughter and force you to have that baby. You're gonna squirt that thing out whether you like it or not, bitch.
Oh my God.
Isn't that the greatest thing? I mean, you couldn't write, like, the Babylon Bee could have come up with that.
Oh God. The Lincoln Project video is unintended comedy gold. That one is. We watched it last night. I thought he could only run for 2 terms. Not anymore. God, that fucking stupid shit.
Now, there's the link if you guys want to watch. Enjoy that one several times over.
That's fucking amazing. That is brilliant.
Maybe keep your legs closed. That's good advice, assassin, but it's not going to happen.
That looks like a sketch of somebody mocking these people.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? But they're so serious. It's so sad that there are people that honestly believe this is going to happen. Just like before Trump when he first got elected, I had a gay friend who thought that all the gay people were going to be rounded up and put in internment camps.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you live in a bubble.
When all you do is listen to this stupid shit. Anyway, I saw this one earlier, but didn't get a chance to watch it. So I've been waiting to watch it, and I'm glad you brought it up because I'd forgotten about it. It's Joe Biden again, you guys, doing Joe Biden, if I'm understanding the context correctly. Here we go.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm Jill Biden's husband, and I am Kamala's running mate. You all think I'm kidding, don't you? Folks.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, you heard that right.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm Jill Biden's husband, and I am Kamala's running mate. You all think I'm kidding, don't you?
Oh, my.
No, we don't think you're kidding, Joe.
I don't even know what to say to that. We've talked about this, about the fact that we all know he's just there to get Kamala in. And I'm saying this again. This is my own theory. They went with Joe knowing they could get rid of him because Kamala crashed and burned so early. And they're like, if we get him, we can pick the VP and she'll become president with nobody really wanting her. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. He's at the point where he's just saying whatever now. You know, secrets, what are those?
Wow.
I'm with Ebony. That's kind of scary.
That's kind of sad.
He really needs to just be retired somewhere, sitting in front of a fire with a warm blanket on and a cardigan, recanting tales to phantom people that aren't there anymore, that he thinks are in the room with him. Just let the man retire.
Yeah, this is elder abuse. You know what? I just a brief thing. Ufio was on Twitter again today.
On purpose? Or does he just live there?
Oh, God. What did I say to Joe Biden? Oh, I said, aren't you the guy who had to drop out of a presidential election because you're a liar and a thief? We know, or you can think what you want about George Trump, but we know what you are. And
yeah,
this stupid motherfucker, he's like, oh, you're going with that edited video that the Republicans are putting out. I'm like,
that was not edited.
The thing that he said is, do we want 4 more years of George? So the idea that he was actually talking to George Lopez, which is what that fucking moron was pushing out again, the same thing that we heard from the press yesterday. I'm like, you thought he was wanting 4 more years of George Lopez? It's amazing to me how some people are just so into their hatred that they let themselves get made a fool of so often.
Yeah.
But because I made him look like a fool again, guys, there'll be some new charge against me soon. Let's see. So far, we've had racism?
Yep.
Trump
support. Don't forget that one.
Trump supporter. Pedo.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know how he's going to top that one. We'll see what comes next. Probably open murder, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe I run a pizza shop in DC or something.
Maybe.
Okay, YouTube. I was just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not into the conspiracy theory there. Okay, this is Wolf, Governor Wolf.
As everyone is really sad by the death of the victim. And
yep.
And I think I share in mourning with the family. Anytime that happens is a tragedy for whatever reason. And I think we need to make sure that we follow up, find out what happened. I'm and my staff have been in constant communication since last night.
Watch the video. There's actually several different angles.
That's a hate fact.
With the folks in Philadelphia. And the hope is that doesn't escalate into anything more than the peaceful protests that I think this kind of situation brings out.
Did he say this before or after the cops had been shot and the burning had happened?
I think it was before, but I'm not positive on that. Look, 12 officers went to the hospital yesterday, and 30 of them were injured. So this guy's a piece of shit for how he's acting here. Look at that little. Oh, he looks like a weasel too. Look at that criminal head shape.
The statement about peaceful protest. Okay. I can kind of forgive that if it's before the rioting started. It's still nonsense because what we saw in like Minneapolis was not peaceful protest.
Yeah.
Fuck off. But the way he was talking about that really fucking pisses me off. It's not like the evidence is. This isn't something where we have to wait for the fucking body cam footage. We saw it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, the man's a coward. And he should have come out and condemned the violence immediately. Stop calling it a peaceful protest. Stop pussyfooting around. You're going to get called a racist either way. Do your damn job, cowards.
I hate these people.
I know. I do too.
These are cops who put their lives on the line to protect people like that shitbag. All right. And now for a little levity. I'm going to turn this one down a little bit because her voice is shrill. Let me use the right word. They corrected me last time, Jack, because I said the wrong one there.
That happens.
Speaking of shill, if you like what you're hearing, hit the like button, share, and donate some money to Jack. I've not heard near enough things that are going to give him nightmares this week.
Thanks.
Send him some money and say how horribly you got it. With things we can still say on the air. I need to be careful with that.
And thank you for dropping the link, Stella. That's greatly appreciated.
Yes, Della Hayes, thank you for the Streamlabs link's right there. If you want to donate to Jack, please do so. Now, this is the second TikTok video I've seen, and it saddens me that it's only the second one.
Well, I mean, TikTok sucks. How many people really want to go watch it for the lol cows?
Well, that's the only reason people used to go to Tumblr.
Yeah, but there's a limit on how much digging you're willing to do anymore, I guess.
I suppose, but I miss just the screamers.
Yeah.
Amy Coney Barrett was just...
Coney, cunt.
Yeah.
Little
just
low?
Tad loud, but she's a loud person, so.
Well, she's also in a car somewhere where there's traffic because you hear a lot of background noise. So can you still hear her?
Amy Coney Barrett was just...
Yeah, it's fine now.
Okay. It's Coney, cunt. Have some respect. Oh, look at that face.
Yeah, you look at her and you're like, oh, you're a crazy person with a lot of pets.
I actually know somebody who looks like her, and you know what? She's a cunt.
Yeah, see, and she probably drinks a lot of box wine and red tail.
She's got cunt
yellow
face.
Tail.
She's got a cunt-shaped head.
Yeah, she does.
Just confirmed to the Supreme Court. So, all those times I said I was queer, oh my God, you guys, that was so funny. And this necklace, a total joke. Oh my God, I was just kidding.
I don't get the reference with the necklace.
I think I couldn't see it, but it's got like a symbol on it, so it's probably like a pentacycle or something like that. Pentacle, can't talk.
All right. Yeah, I can't really tell what it is. So if anybody knows, please let me know.
No, I think it's a pagan symbol or a pentagram or something. And because Amy Coney Barrett's Catholic, so you got to burn the witches.
Yeah, Cirque says pagan. Well, I have trouble, Jack, anytime somebody tells me they're queer.
Yeah, because it just means strange.
It doesn't mean anything anymore.
No.
It used to mean gay. It used to mean gay. And there was nothing wrong with that. And I'm okay with it meaning gay. And if you just want to say that it's weird, then you can make it weird. That's fine too. I'm fine. But these days it's a catch-all for I'm special.
Yeah. Yeah, they might as well just say, well, I'm special.
Yeah.
Faithless said some fake Wiccan shit. That's redundant, sir. Fake
no
and
shit.
Wiccan.
Fake Wiccan. Shock. You mean witches didn't give the president COVID?
Nope.
No, come on, man.
They would love to claim it, though.
There was a double full moon, man. Fucking assholes. All right. Let's go back to Crazy Lady here. That was the perfect intro for that part.
Right? That would make a great soundbite if we ever put together a montage theme like Beauty and the Beta do.
All those times I said men don't deserve rights. Oh my God, men are so great. I need a husband to.
We need to unpack that part.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this video. It's a very short video too, but there's so much jammed in there, isn't there?
Now, everything else that she said so far, she's obviously being sarcastic about. So that tells me that when she says, all those times I said men don't deserve rights, I was just kidding, that she's being facetious about that, and she honestly believes men don't deserve rights.
Of course.
Isn't that the takeaway?
That's what I got out of it.
Dear fuck, look at how fat that part of her hand is.
Oh yeah, she's a bigger lass.
Holy shit.
Her and Lane Bryant are old friends.
It looks like somebody blew up a surgical glove and put it on the end of her wrist.
No, she had to eat a lot of mashed potatoes for that.
Holy moly.
With a pound of gravy.
Oh my.
Yeah,
oh my. What's the word for cankles that are on your wrist?
I think Mr. Jones nailed it. Marshmallow hands.
I can't. Wow. That's disturbing. I can't stop looking, Jack.
I'm not dissing Lane Bryant, Ebony.
It looks like hands drawn in that G.I. Joe comic you showed me.
Yeah. Rankles, good one, Prospero.
Rankles, there you go. All right.
Show me how to be an adult, how to function. I'm the dumb woman, no numbers.
She does realize that Amy Coney Barrett is a very well accomplished woman, right?
I don't think so. I think from my discussions with my more left-leaning friends and what they've been saying around, they really have no idea about her actual accomplishments. They just know that she's a, quote, religious zealot and that she has a vagina, and that's about it. That seems to be her massive qualifications to them. They don't care that she was a professor, that she was a federal judge, that she's incredibly smart and can cite case law. None of that. It's that she is a vagina and she's a Catholic, and they think that's what got her the job.
Everything's fine.
You know, the part that this chick says here, you know what, we interrupted a lot there, guys. Let's watch it in.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you were going to play that.
Yeah.
Real fast. Thank you, Shrouded Angel. have some money because I can't come up with a sad story to tell you, and gay witches for abortion.
Gay witches for abortion. Okay, in its entirety, and then we'll discuss it again.
Amy Coney Barrett was just confirmed to the Supreme Court. So, all those times I said I was queer, oh my God, you guys, that was so funny. And this necklace, a total joke. Oh my God, I was just kidding. All those times I said men don't deserve rights. Oh my God, men are so great. I need a husband to show me how to be an adult, how to function. I'm the dumb woman. No numbers. Everything's fine.
You know, the part where she says, I need a husband to teach me how to be an adult. I don't necessarily think she needs a husband. I wouldn't wish that on any man. But she definitely needs somebody to teach her how to be an adult. That childish freak out there where she misses the whole thing about the woman she's talking about being a very accomplished woman, and dumb woman no numbers. The woman was citing case law from memory.
Yeah. This is somebody that I think has the same problem that a lot of people of that generation have, is that they've been enabled so much that they're not fully forged adults. They've been coddled way too much to get their own way, and when they don't, they have these kind of freakouts. And I know some of this is intended as a joke of sorts, like it's obviously being played up a little bit. She thinks she's being funny, but she's still freaking out. And it's very unhealthy that she is not able to process this like a mature adult. We fuck around a lot on here.
Yeah.
But we're grown-ups. We have bills to pay. We have responsibilities in the real world. We have to do shows, that sort of thing. She seems to be unable to actually process not getting her way.
Viking says, wonder how her relationship with her father is. What relationship?
Yeah, I'd be real shocked if she knew who that was. But
I'd be shocked if her mom knew who it was.
Yeah. It's just sad. It's really sad because I think there's a lot of emotionally stunted people out there that can't handle not getting their way. And they get frustrated and they don't know what to do about it. And she seems like one of these people. And, this is just based on what I've seen so far. But we see a lot of this. That they're shocked when there's consequences. Look at the protesters getting gassed. Why would they do that? Oh, my God. They have no concept of how the world works. They're emotionally stunted. And that's a combination for failure in life.
Well, this is obviously meant to be tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah. But
in order to be tongue-in-cheek, there has to be a biting undercurrent to it that you're trying to tell a point.
Yeah.
There's a point to what you're trying to get to with your sarcastic nonsense. By the way, I guarantee you nobody in this woman's life likes her.
Probably not. And that's another problem with a lot of people like this is that they're shallow and will stab each other in the back in a second. All her friends are probably the same way. And Pat summed it up very succinctly what I was trying to get to. They're called spoiled brats.
Yeah. And they're spoiled well into adulthood.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah. Delayed maturity is really a problem. And Mr. Jones said it too. Delayed maturity is a qualifier for disability. It's kind of sad that we're letting these people be children up until they're almost 30. And by then, are they even capable of breaking that mindset? We're creating these people, and that will have a backlash in society at some point.
Sinister Mind says, these people have no sense of humor. She's pretending to be funny. She's mimicking people she's seen who are funny, or at least who she thinks are funny.
Yeah, she's incapable of actually being funny.
Humor takes intelligence.
It does. And this is all very sad. Like, Mr. Jones is like, reading my mind. Stop it. It's very, very sad because this person has to go through life, and they're going to go through life frustrated and angry because they don't know how things work. They have a predetermined mindset that is flawed and crazy, and they don't know how to function within the society, and they're not emotionally capable of dealing with it, high stress or anything else.
Low Res Boy says she must be Gen X, though. That chick's not over 25.
Thank you, Ebony Williams, for the donation. Here's money. I have no sad story. Well, I appreciate it. That's very nice of you.
Y'all are making me sad right now. Get somebody. Okay. Here's the story I want you to tell, Jack.
Is it about a man named Jed? Had a lot of hair, but it wasn't on his head.
No. I want you to tell the story about how your dad went to get smokes when you were little. And you kept waiting for him to come back. And then one day you found $5 in his wallet that he'd accidentally left there. And so he can never get the cigarette, so he can never come home. She looks over 25 because she stressed herself out. She didn't look over 25. If you guys think that looks over 25, we need to have a discussion about how old people look. A lot of people get it wrong so easily. What are y'all looking at when you look for age? It's amazing to me how many people are bad at guessing age.
Shrouded said, I can't tell that story. I know my dad.
Oh. Too early, late for me to scrounge up dark humor. Fair enough. You were younger than me, Monkey. I know. Well, I didn't know that, but I believe you. I'm 45. I don't know how old you are. But I know people my age who can't guess the age of other people. People tend to guess older for almost everybody. I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's usually the safer bet. Then when they're not that old, you'd be like, oh, that's so flattering.
No. It's usually the safer bet to guess they're younger unless you're Epstein.
Nope. You just look at them and be like, you look like an old lady.
Be like, you look 10. No, thanks. I'm gonna go over here. Fat makes it difficult to guess age. Amberlynn Reed is a prime example. That bitch looks old.
She looks rough.
Let's see.
Just because she's fat, it's because she looks rough.
I don't know her age. I'm gonna go by my memory of what she looks like. I'm gonna guess she's probably 35. How old is Amberlynn Reed? Let's find out.
I'm looking right now. She's 29.
I mean, that was close. I mean, I shot over by a little bit, but I don't think she looks young at all. I think that bitch looks rode hard and put up wet.
Yeah. Same with that other chick that Bear's always talking about.
Oh, Shanty.
Yeah, she scares me.
That bitch is nasty.
Yeah.
Phew. Monk's old enough to be my dad. How do you know I'm not?
6 years isn't close compared to the age of the Earth. Yes, it is.
I mean, that's not close.
She's kind of right, but I'm not going to admit to that.
It's barely half a decade. That's fair. And I'm going by memory of what I remember she looked like. I didn't pull up a picture.
I did, and I regret that because I looked.
What's her sister's name?
I don't know. What's
her sister's name? Because I have no idea how old her sister is. I'm gonna pull up a picture this time. I'll do it that way. Monkey's 2 years older than my dad. I'm an old man on the internet. It's why I like playing games with Bloodwing, because I can call him old man.
Sit around having arthritis attacks together.
Like, come on, old man. Old man's a fun one to say, and I don't get to say it to anyone else. Because everybody else is a fucking baby on this fucking site. Fucking children. I was here when they brought the internet, damn it.
Oh my God. Pat just mentioned Chelsea Handler. She's only 45.
Chelsea Handler.
Yeah, the talk show host that used to bang 50.
I would have guessed about 45. That's about what she looks.
I would have guessed about 60, like he said, because I was like, she's not 60? No, she's only 45. She looks awful.
Well, she looks like, oh, Streamlabs Jack.
Oh.
She looks like she's about 45 and has started to have face surgery.
I suppose. Oh, I got a couple of them here. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Circus Zero. I had two things with these fat fat gay witches that therapy will never fix to get this $5. I hope it makes you happy. Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that, Circus. Thank you for the donation, though. And thank you, Jordan250. My dad left when I was around 3 years old. My little sister is reconnected with him and offered to take me along, but I think the $5 is better in your hands than paying an Uber for a ride over there.
Damn.
Okay, that's kind of dark. And thank you, Frank, for the donation. I'm just mad that these psychos stole the culture of my people. Tattoos, odd hair color, Satan, pagan, witch BS. It all has to do with metalheaded goth chicks, and they could take jokes. I keep seeing signs of my culture, then they're liberal psycho vegans. Right? They've ruined the goth and metal scene for everyone.
Prosperous, nice excuse. You were telling people she's not in her 30s and you missed by over half a decade. You're not entitled to your own facts. Did I say Amberlynn Reed was not in her 30s?
I don't remember what you said. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I know I said the fat chick we were watching with the big old wrists. I said she wasn't in her. She wasn't Gen X, that she was no older than 25. But even me being at, when I said 35, she's 29. That's close enough to not 30. You know why? Because it's not 30. Tiny girl brains. They just don't get math.
Well, that chick admitted that on that video we just watched.
I know, right? No good with numbers. We're going to wrap up here, Jack. We're at 2.5 hours.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, we are. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for the donations. You guys are so very generous to us. And I really do appreciate it when you toss shekels at Jack, because I can't do it. And he's a big part of this show. And I sincerely thank you for coming on as often as you do, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to show?
I'll drop links to my latest videos. And, of course, thank you for the donations. You guys are awesome. It's greatly appreciated.
Tonight we'll be on my channel. It's Wednesday. So, it's hump day, and I didn't even mention it. And now I'm bringing it up after talking about obsessively eating fat chicks, because we just talked about Amberlynn Reed. Ugh. All right, don't hump with that in your head, guys. 9 p.m. Eastern, Lords of Night, right here. I don't know if I'm going to do a game stream right now or not. I will check my internet connection. We'll see what's going on with it. I don't know why I was freaking out last night, Jack.
I don't know.
Me neither. It was pissing me off, though. So I will take a look and I'll decide from there. If not, I'll probably do one in the afternoon again. So keep an eye out on that. Follow us on Twitter. Don't forget to go pick yourself up something nice from the Teespring stores. They're linked below. Got the new Tardy Tubbies shirt. Check it out. Become part of the Tardy Tubbies fan club. I should make a full fan club for the Tardy Tubbies.
You should.
It's one of my better moments. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming, Jack. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Enjoy your hump day. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
I need a song, Jack. I can't end without a song.
Oh, real fast. Thank you, Della Hayes, for the very generous donation. Back in high school, I picked up smoking in hopes that I'd meet my father at the store one day. No luck so far, but one guy felt bad enough to buy me smokes for me today. So here's the money I saved. Jesus.
James Colley, thank you. Go plug your significant other and be thankful she isn't a fat chick or that fat chick. My wife's sleeping right now. I feel like if I go do that, she'll be mad at me. I'm not gonna fuck her.